Hello everyone. This particular video is recorded to demonstrate the basic electromagnetic simulation of a given planar circuit in Keysight ADS. You should first define the substrate, but I am telling you one particular icon which will handle all the simulation settings here. So if you can see, it is EM simulation settings. So this particular window, this particular controller will handle everything. So once I launch it, it says the first thing to use any template. So there are these existing templates which you can use, or you can make your own template which can later be used. So right now I am creating a new setup. I don't wish to use any existing template. Okay. So this is the template, and this template is actually defining all the settings with which you want to simulate your circuit, whatever you have generated in layout window. For that, this is your controller, and these all are steps which you will follow. So the first thing is layout. So we don't need to change anything. There is this partitioning, which I will explain you later. Then we come to substrate. So for us, this is the first thing to do. You can see here this yellow mark. This just shows the warning actually. Overall, it shows warning. So your layout is not ready to be simulated. This particular warning demonstrates that thing. So let us come to substrate, and now we have to define the substrate. And if you see the picture here, can you resemble the actual PCB board by seeing this particular circuit? What happens in your PCB circuit? The environment is actually air. The top layer is your conductive layer. So any of the layer, if you consider top layer, I would refer the other layer as bottom layer. So this is the conductive layer. This is substrate layer. So after substrate you have another conductive layer in your PCB. So this is actually visualizing the same thing, and here in case you put a via, then this hole is there. I'm not using this existing, I am creating a new substrate. Again, for the substrate it asks you for the template, so I am just taking the default one. I say is RFCD substrate, create substrate. So you can define your conductive layer here. So once I click here, you will get the properties. Here it says ADS has defined one layer for this particular conductive layer. Then material, it says perfect conductor. So instead of perfect conductor, we have PCB board which has copper layer as the conductive surface. So here is this copper listed. If it is not listed here, then we can add conductor from database, or from here it says add conductor. You can name anything and define the properties. So conductivity, we know, if you know the conductivity of copper, you can define it here. So you have already defined it, 5.8 E7 in your schematic. So I'm using that thing here. So you can either select this or you can add from database. Here in the database, there are several components listed. You can select the copper of the conductivity which you have considered. Okay, so this is how you can pick. I am picking this copper here. Once you select the copper, copper is listed in the options. Now I am choosing copper. So then the thickness, next thing of our interest, thickness is 35 micron or micrometer. Okay, so similarly here again, I am finding FR4. For example, I don't find FR4 here. I will add from database. In the database, I go to FR4. But if you notice, we don't have any FR4 which is having permittivity 4.7. Okay, so what is the next step? We actually take it and we can go here and redefine it based on the selection we have opted or based on the substrate we have with our PCB board. So I'm clicking OK. Now I will get the option FR4 with 4.7 permittivity. And what is the thickness? 1.5. So the unit is mil. I will pick millimeter here. Okay. So substrate is defined. Now the bottom layer again. This is the cover and I have to choose the copper. And again thickness. So thickness for our board is same for the top and bottom layer. I hope you all remember that I have talked about the via thing. So you can actually map conductor via here. But since we have used that via component in our design, in our layout, I am actually ignoring putting this hole. That is another way of doing it and I will explain it later. Right now I am going with this particular settings. So I have defined my substrate. I can save it and I can close. Okay, and this is my substrate which is I defined here. You will find the layers according to your definition. This is actually transformed into mils because everything is in mil for this particular setup which we have defined initially. uh, the next thing is now ports. So what are the ports here? We have been seeing terms in schematic. However, in real practice, we have already always heard ports. In the classes also, you have heard port 1, port 2 for multi-port network. So actually, ADS use this term in schematic for the ports purposes, which actually uh, where you can define the port impedance also. Likewise, in layout, you are going to define ports. These terms will not be translated to this layout. And here, if you can see, if I am zooming it, before TL1, there is nothing. You cannot find term 1. And to place a port, what will you do? You go here, insert this pin. This pin is actually your port. Okay. So I am placing this pin here. You have to make sure that this particular pin should be connected. You could you see this is this is the symbol which shows that this particular connection is open, is not connected yet. And if I use this port here, you see this is now dark colored blue. Earlier it was not this. Earlier it was like this light color blue. Now after placing my port, and if this port is connected, this will turn to dark blue. Just for the visual identification I am telling you, because most of the times what happens is you leave it somewhere else and it is not properly connected, so that will affect the simulation performance. Then I am placing this port here. We will be using one port here. Don't confuse with the ports as two port network or three port network here. If I go back to settings, refresh it, I have got three different ports. And now if you see the warning here, this one port has no warning. The second port, this has red triangle here. Pin P2 is on layer which is not a planar EM conductor layer in the substrate. Pin P3 is on layer bond which is not a planar EM conductor layer. Okay. So my port should be on the conductive layer. So I have connected this, but this you still see if I place it here, you get this color. This is not connected. If I change it to con, okay, so this port was actually on some another layer. Once we place this pin, actually likewise this ADS can have multi-layer PCB structure. So once we place this port, this was placed on register, and register might be on any plane which we are not aware of. So I just brought this particular port to the conductive layer by just selecting it for cond layer. I'm defining cond drawing. So this cond is the same plane where this conductive metal was. So now my port is in cond layer, and in cond layer you can connect it with the this conductor. Okay, this copper plate. So now this port is on the conductive plane. So this is what the warning was, it was telling us. So this should be removed now. um, so just remember to change the port layer in case you find this warning. Moving further, this frequency plan. So this frequency plan should be very close to what we have opted in schematic simulation. But since I say that this layout simulation is high computing practice, so we should not define a very broad range. Since I am interested in 1 gigahertz, I will take it very nearby values, so zero point 0.5 to 1.5 gigahertz, and number of points. The 101 points are sufficient for me. So this should have some trade-off between time and number of points. If I put more number of points, it will take more time. So I find 101 as the sufficient. Then moving to towards output plan. So you don't need to take this consider this at this point of time. So here in the options, now I say that we are going to use some simulation algorithm which will consider this 3D structure. And 3D structure, actually, how do they simulate? They distribute this whole network into small chunks for the inspection of electromagnetic behavior. So those are actually called meshes. So it says how many meshes you want to create. So you cannot go with very high number again due to the computing effort. So 20 is a good number. Then edge mesh, click on edge mesh to consider edges in your 3D structure. Now resources and model, you just auto create a model, ensure the EM model. What is the use of EM model, I will tell you later, but right now just understand that whatever the simulation will happen, it will create a EM model of that. So that, like you have a resistor model, right, you have used in the schematic, similarly you will have a EM model of this 3D structure. Create, auto create, yes. Okay, so once you do all these things, you, this is just for your personal notes, whatever you want. You can go here at the bottom, generate S parameters and simulate. So this is the simulation performance. So if you find the video good, please like and subscribe.